Dr. Barry Gilbert has collaborated for 3 decades with some of the nation's top technical professionals within the electronics and optics field. A staff scientist and professor in the Department of Physiology and Biomedical Engineering at the Mayo Clinic, he holds a BS-EE degree from Purdue and also graduated from the Mayo Graduate School of Medicine and the University of Minnesota. He founded and directs the 60-person Special Purpose Processor Development Group, SPPDG, at the Mayo Clinic. Barry's research entails applying engineering, computational, and physical methods to processing and analyzing signal and image data for medical and military applications. When the SPPDG was founded, he initiated the development of special purpose parallel architecture computers to provide processing power to translate X-ray projection data into 3-dimensional X-ray tomographic imagery. A member of the American Physiological Society, he is a fellow of the IEEE and the American Institute for Medical and Biological Engineering. It is with great pleasure and on behalf of the faculty to present you with our Outstanding Electrical and Computer Engineer Award.
I want to thank you all for giving me the opportunity to be here and to participate in this meeting and also to receive this award. I really do appreciate it. I do want to thank my wife Judy, who has come with me tonight and has also come with me on a 32-year journey, which is not by any means over. Jude is a researcher in her own right. She's a biochemist, and I, of course, am in electrical and computer engineering. And we have very interesting discussions at the dinner table, she explaining to me what she does and I explain to her what I do, and neither of us has a clue what the other is saying. But it makes for very interesting dinner conversations. Also want to thank Dr. Earl Swartzlander, a colleague of mine also, as it turns out, for about 32 years. He has been a strong critiquer and been a positive influence in my own career, and I just want to thank Earl, and he's here tonight. Just a couple of comments about Purdue. I graduated in 1965 and was back here for a half a day in 1976 and then back 3 years ago for just about a half a day, and I saw essentially none of the campus on either of those 2 occasions. So I was amazed when we drove around today to see all of the changes. But let me actually honor some of the people who I think made a big difference in my life. First, I want to say, for those of you who don't know it, that Purdue and the campus had suffered a year or so before I arrived what I will call an arboreal catastrophe, because the campus, as I'm told, was heavily treed with American elms, and the Dutch elm disease swept through in a period of about a year. And by the time I got here, the only wood on campus was little stumps about that high, and the place was just devastated. And for the 4 years I was here, I remember it as being a hot, dusty, dry, very uninteresting, and very unattractive campus. And so that's the bad side of what I remember. But the good side of what I remember is the professors that we had, and I just want to name some of them. Many of them you may not know or remember, but I remember them because they were inspirations in my life. In the electrical and computer, well, it's just the electrical engineering department in those days. There was Bill Haight of Haight and Kemmerly fame. There was E.M. Sabaw. Some of you may have heard his name. There were certainly Happel and Hesselberth, and if Bob is here, if he's here someplace in the audience, I want to say thank you for lending us your dad. In fact, those 2 men worked so closely together that we almost said it as one word, Happel and Hesselberth. And I had courses from both of them. They were both an inspiration. There were a number of other people. There was even a young graduate student by the name of Rajinder Khosla who tutored me in physics when I was on my way down to the bottom of that class and brought me back up again. He, as it turns out, went on and became a senior member of the Kodak campus, ran the electronics facility for many years, and some of you may now know that he is a senior person at National Science Foundation. And there were many others. Reed DeFigueredo, who has been gone from here for a very long time and I think is no longer alive. But these were people who more than compensated for the fact that it was a very drab, uninteresting, lifeless, treeless campus, because they drove us, they flogged us, they inspired us, they smiled with us, and they helped us a lot. And I owe my career to those people and many others who I don't have time to name here. So that's kind of a look back, both the positive and the negative, and the positive far outweighs the negative. I'm very glad to have gone to Purdue, and I'm very glad to have had an opportunity to come back and see what Purdue has become and what it is becoming, because it is really quite remarkable change from what I remember and what I experienced. And I wish all of you who are faculty here at Purdue that you have continued success in this regard, because you're doing a miraculous thing, and I think it's really terrific. So thank you again for the opportunity to talk to you all.